Later today, my family is gonna go to a restaurant with another couple to just be nice, invite them over, have some fun. And I was just thinking about how I should deal with it in regards to me not eating processed food. And I'm just gonna give you the thought process I have here. So, as a start, I know for sure I'm not gonna drink any soda or any special drinks or anything. So I'm just gonna bring a bottle of water with me. Honestly, it doesn't matter if I have to carry it. Like, it's not a big deal. Even if I look weird, like, so what? I don't care. Like, especially just some random people in a restaurant. I don't know them. Then, in terms of food, like, I know for sure we're not gonna order any desserts or anything. I'm just probably going to order a nice meal, like a big meal for myself. And I was just thinking about how that's how you should treat yourself. You shouldn't do something that you'll know you'll regret later, and you should experience new things as well. So, for number one, experiencing new things. In that same restaurant, probably like a few months ago, I ate this bowl of, I don't know what it was called, but it was like soup kind of. It had ground beef and some liquid in there, but it wasn't really liquidy. It wasn't like soup. It was barely liquidy. And I had like meat in there, had chicken. It was just a big stew, basically, stew. And I ate that. That was the spiciest thing I've ever eaten in my life. Ever. Like my nose was running. I had tears running down my eye. I was like, it felt like I was like a dragon breathing out fire. Like, it was bad. I didn't even finish the meal. It was that spicy. And I was like hungry before we went, by the way, as well. And actually, as a side note, I got sick after I ate that. I ate that and then I felt weak. And then the next 2 days I was sick. I didn't have to go to school. Well, yeah, I just didn't go to school. Like I just know I'm never gonna eat that again. But think about it. I experienced that. Like I experienced the spiciness as well. But there was new food in there that I've never eaten before. There was cactus in there, like cooked cactus in there. And I tasted it and it tastes much more sour than you think. But it's not like sweet or anything. It just tastes bland but sour. And it's just not for me. Like I tasted it, it was a nice experience, but I'm probably not gonna eat it again. Maybe once or twice, but I doubt it. And that's great that I experienced that because I now know that I'm not gonna eat that again. I also had a thought previously where I was thinking that I might as well experiment and try new things at restaurants because, and this is a deep thought here, but we're all gonna die someday, right? I don't want to be whatever age I'm gonna be when I die. Let's just say 50 years, and I doubt it, but let's say I'm 65. I'm on my deathbed, and I'm just thinking, damn, I wish I knew what a tole tasted like. I was just thinking that I might as well try new things, even if I hate them after I try them. Then at least I know that I don't like them. I know that I'm not gonna eat it again. And what if like I taste tole for example, and then I love it? It's like my favorite meal. Then great, right? I can just eat it in the future whenever I want to. I just want to be more open to experiments, open to new experiences in terms of treating myself. Because honestly, going to a restaurant ordering the same thing every time, it feels like treating yourself, but in reality, you're just lazy and you don't want to cook food. Like, I know I'm saying this, like, oh, high and mighty. I don't cook food either. I just have to be honest, but like, my parents cook all my food, but I just don't see the value almost in going to a restaurant and order the same thing every time. especially because my family doesn't go to restaurants often. This is the first time we went to a restaurant in, I think, 2 months. So a long while. And then the second criteria I have is you can't regret it afterwards. So whenever I like hear of people treating themselves, I imagine someone stuffing a cake down their throat. Like, oh yeah, this is my cheat day. I'm just gonna eat whatever. Like, you're gonna regret it later, whether it be tomorrow or in like 5 years. You're gonna regret doing it because in the previous criteria, I said new experiences. You should try them, see what you like. You could twist that into saying, well, drugs are a new experience. I might as well snort coke. Obviously not. You're gonna regret that. So it's two sides where it should be something new that you experience, but also that you don't regret it afterwards. Like me eating a cake, oh, it's nice on my tongue, but I'm gonna regret it probably right after I eat it because I know that I shouldn't have eaten that. I know that I'm going to look worse because of it. Like, I'm not gonna have as much muscle, or I'm gonna have just slightly more body fat than I wouldn't have, than I would not have had if I hadn't eaten it. And so, just experiencing new things, like, it could be as big as like traveling to a new country, or as small as just taking a new route whenever you're walking around. Like, you're on your walk outside, you just take a different route this time, take a different path, and you shouldn't regret it. So, again, like, you shouldn't be drinking soda because you just don't get anything out of it. Like, you've drank one soda, you drink them all, even if they have slightly different synthetic flavors. Like, you drank one soda, you drank them all. You know what they taste like. Same with cake. You've tasted cake once. You're not gonna eat it again. Like, in terms of sweets, I can't say I'm perfect. Absolutely not. Even just last week, there was an event in town where it was like you like people get together from different nationalities, different places, as in like their cultures, like their race, pretty much, their nationalities, and they just cook food from wherever they're from. And I tasted there was a this one family, they were Eskimo actually, so like Native American, and they had this Eskimo ice cream where it was like this fruit, like really what's it called? Cold fruit, so like blueberries, strawberries, and it was mixed with some um ice, like not ice, but like frosty ice almost, and then also seal oil, like oil from seals, like the animal. And I tasted it. Like, I can't say I liked it honestly, but I now know that I've tasted Eskimo ice cream. And even though yeah, it's ice cream, it's sweet, but it was new and honestly I don't regret it. It was like this really small bowl with like a few fruit in it. Like, I'll gladly eat that. Because again, it's a new experience, and also it feels like you would regret it because it was sweet, but I don't regret it because it's a new experience. I feel like it has to be a new experience for you not to regret it, but you don't have to regret it for it to be a new experience. But those are just my 2 cents, and that's how I treat myself.